Hello everybody, this is Maniac for Bricks, and I'm here today with another MOC Mondays video. We're gonna go and show you 3 different MOCs that I'm currently working on for my LEGO town. These are not all completed yet, they still have a bit more to add onto them and change around so that they can develop over time, but we'll take a look at them right now. These I made mostly in the same day, and I've done a little bit of modification a few days later. So let's take a look at each one. We have 3 different MOCs from left to right. We have the fire station, the auto repair shop, and a gas station. Yes, they all have some sort of car theme to them. The fire station a little bit less, but kind of does. We'll get more into it as we go into this video. We're going to start on the gas station. This one is actually really good looking, and I mainly got the inspiration for this because of the 8x16 base plate that it rests on. This is the only one in my collection I have currently that is printed and has that nice little kind of driveway kind of feel. You could use it for houses or a pit stop for a racetrack or something like that, so I decided to make it a little more original with a gas station. This has a little convenience store next to it. Nothing actually inside. The roof is not entirely done. I want to have the roof actually take off. So right now, this is probably going to change. I kind of like the look of these trans clear slopes being on the sides of it. So it gives it a little more light on the inside and makes it a little bit more friendly. You have a small sign on the front. Kind of an interesting design to it. We have a few chairs outside for people waiting to get their car fixed, or if they're just, relaxing next to the shop. We also have on the inside of the shop, there's really not much in there. There's just a grape that's on the ground. That one is a custom from Brick Warriors. And there is a small desk for the counter, the cashier, basically. That's the right word I'm looking for. On the other side, we have 2 gas pumps. They're kind of bland looking. They don't have like any special style to them. I'm actually hoping to change that up a little bit later if I find more smaller slope pieces that I can use, make them a little more interesting, and perhaps separate them a little bit better from each other. But basically, each one is made the same. We have a printed tile that's on here, kind of giving some of the gauges. They're not accurate gauges to any actual gas stations that I've seen around my area. They're just ones that I thought were nice little printing pieces that I happen to have a bunch of, and I thought maybe I'll use them for this MOC. This little clip is where the hose would be put up. There is no actual hose on here. There's just this little tap piece that just attaches on there. And again, these are likely to be modified over time, so hopefully we'll make it a little bit better in style. Next up, we'll go to the auto repair shop. This one is a number 4 on it because it was always an interesting piece to me, and I thought I'd just put it on there. Fit in a little bit better with the building. This one was inspired by the 1x4 printed brick that says auto service. Now notice none of these buildings have doors on them. I don't have enough doors right now, so maybe I'll get them at a later time. Not sure when, but I hope to get them eventually and then work on them a little bit better. This one is built, more interestingly, as an 8x16 building, and it's built with more width than length. So it's intended that you could fit more behind this building, maybe an extra parking area, or more for the repair shop, or something like that, depending on what I do with it in my town. This has enough space for a small building, and we have enough room to drive our car up here. There are a few printed tiles on the inside to give some gauges again. We have a little computer in there. We actually have a pair of lights that can be moved. Again, this does not have it doesn't have a removable roof. It's just built right on top of there, subject to change over time. And as far as this little lever thing, I really don't know what that's going to do. Maybe it's a way for holding up the car in different angles, because I don't really have like a middle thing that's going to push the car up in the air. So maybe this would be a way to move the car up or change tires or something like that. All these little clips on the wall are used for holding the tools. I think there's some room for that on the inside in this part of the building as well. Not much can really be seen from there, but there are just a lot of areas for holding tools. They will be added later. And the roof still needs a lot of work. You can see it is pretty open. Last but not least, we have the fire station. This is a big update to the last one that I made for the town, because this one actually seems like a proper building. I think this is actually a good size for it on the 8x16 base plate. This one on the side has a moving garage door. You just simply lift this up. You can drive a car in and out of there. I don't know if it's going to be a fire engine or if it's going to be just a squad car or something like that. I'll have to plan on that a little later on and maybe change a little bit of the door design to fit that. But for right now, this looks pretty good. I like the way that these pillars are used for the sides of the walls. It's not all red, as you can see from this side. We have some of the interior and exterior used with tan wall elements. So it makes it a little more, doesn't make it too red on the inside. It makes it a little bit friendlier. I've seen some fire departments that would have more of like a wooden texture on the inside and some of those tan and brown colors. There is a little bit of water here that's actually intended to be a spill, so that might be removed over time. This is just something I put in there for fun, these trans blue elements. We do have lights in here the same way that we have in the auto repair shop. And as far as the front, it's a little lounge area. We got a small TV in here. We also have a few weapons, or tools, should I say, on a rack. There's also space for more that can be added later. And you also have two small trans blue windows. There's also a mailbox here and has the fire sticker on it, and actually has a couple pieces of mail inside. I like having the horn on top right in the front of the building, so it gives a warning for people, you know, that there's going to be a fire engine coming out and running to an emergency. This sticker was also nice to put on there. I didn't intend it at first, but I thought, hey, this would be cool because it's a fire element. It has a fire insignia on it, so it better identifies the building. And maybe you could say that the 7043 is the department or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. None of these buildings have I taken from any real life representations and tried to make them in Lego. I just simply thought of the idea of a generic building and then tried to work that around what I had in my collection so far. So let me know what you guys think about these buildings in the comments below. If you haven't seen these in my recent town update that was published a few days ago, so you can check that out on my channel, and you can see how they interact with different models. I've developed a couple new cars, so I might do that for a later MOC video. Maybe modify some of the cars as well. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time with more LEGO videos.